Guys, and welcome back for another unboxing and review. I'm sorry it's been a couple of weeks. We've been sick and there's been a lot of babysitting and a lot of work to be done. So this is the first chance I've had, and I didn't even have makeup on when the mail got here, but my second month of the Darn Good Yarn box is here. So first I wanted to share with you what I had gotten done with my first box. Got a lot to say about this, and I'm going to be kind of short because my battery's almost dead here and my grandson's in there waiting to get his treats. So we're going to try to keep this under an hour. So first off, here's the cowl. This is the one yarn where we had a pattern to go with the yarn. The yarn for this one was worsted weight silk roving yarn in watercolors. I really like the colors. They have a weird dusty quality, but I actually kind of like that. Let's set my little box down here. They're not as sharp. With each color being so bright, you would think it'd be very sharp and distinct, but it's not. But I actually prefer the pattern to the inside a little bit more. It wasn't a whole lot of fun to work with. I don't like working with dry fibers, and it's not all plant fibers because I do enjoy working with bamboo and corn silk. But natural animal fibers have moisture to them, and they don't dry your hands out. I guess it's residual lanolin left in the wool or hair, the fur, that silk and cotton don't have. And this was very drying to work with. But it didn't hurt, like a lot of kitchen cottons, kind of prick your fingers. This didn't hurt. It was very smooth to work with, but it was very drying on the hands. I had to stop and re-moisturize my hands quite a bit. But I liked the yarn. Didn't like the smell. It smells like an industrial washroom, like if you've gone by the laundry room at a hotel. It kind of smells like that, or the perfume on thrift store fabric. I don't know why it has such a strong smell. Sorry, just looked at myself in the video and there's a little bit more in focus from back here actually. But didn't enjoy the smell. I did have to set this down a couple of times while working on it. But it is I'm not going to actually put it on. I will be donating this item, I believe. I'll see if one of the ladies at the Prayer Shawl Ministry want it before I donate it to one of the women's shelters. But it's a very pretty piece. As colorful as it is, it's just not my cup of tea. The other ball of yarn I got last month was the Sport Wake silk yarn in Caribbean Current. And I did not have any patterns for this. So I made a bunch of stuff out of it. So I started off trying to find a doily pattern because I didn't know what else to do with this. And this was the pattern. I'll leave a link to the actual pattern below. I don't remember the name of it off the top of my head. I have blocked this. Now this worked up very, very beautifully, and since I blocked it, I let it soak for 12 hours in water before blocking it. It doesn't smell as strongly, but it still has that perfume on it. I made 4 Bethlehem star ornaments. This yarn, it was the skein that kept on giving. I mean, I worked a lot towards my weight goal using this. These were very, very quick, very pleasant. I mean, they're floppy, but they hold their own as a ornament. So I'm actually not going to starch these. I'm going to leave these as they are. I did not obviously put wire in the brim, which is one of the recommendations. I also, this is the last thing, but I also made this pineapple, peacock pineapple. Somehow my stitch count got off on the edging, so that's kind of wonkadoo, but you can hear my grandson in the next room talking. He's in there playing. The cats are in here with me. But yeah, so I found this one a lot more pleasant to work with. Let's see. This one. This yarn, sorry about that, had a beautiful variegation in the dye. You've got this beautiful purple tone, a more saturated aqua, blue. This one's a little bit more cerulean in there. I really liked the variegation on this. If you were considering buying this or if you've got some of this, I'd love to know what you did with it, because there was a shawl pattern I considered doing, but it was turning out too heavy and dense, and I find that a lot of things like cotton are too stiff for me to wear. I don't even buy ready-wear cotton clothing. At the end, I might try to put in one of the stills of this. I need to get a black piece of poster board to take some photos on, because this was, I took a shot on Instagram. If you follow me on Instagram, you may have seen where I put it on actually my mouse pad while I was working on it. But I mean, it's fairly large. I mean, this is not a small doily. I mean, that's a little over a foot in diameter. So, I mean, it's a really good size doily. A lot of my friends were making fun of me for making doilies. How old are you? But yeah, so the other thing that came in the box, I used the knitting needles, making the cowl, and I just want to show you how chewed up these got. I mean, I told you when I was doing the unboxing with these last month that it felt like it was just acrylic paint sprayed over a finished bamboo. I'm not very happy with that. I didn't have a problem with the yarn. I know a lot of people, the first month that these boxes went out, the yarn was unlabeled and unmarked. So a lot of people had issues with that. But mine obviously came with tags on it last month. These, however, I would say add stitch markers. Don't send these out. If you do, tell your manufacturer to seal the tip. I mean, even just working with it, the information about the needles themselves came off. So when I got done with the cowl, I put these back and didn't even bother using the crochet hook. I will leave that either. I might set that to the side for somebody at the ministry if they want one and don't have one with them, or put it in my teaching bag. So if somebody needs, help with the stitch or something, I can pull something like that out. But I'm not going to put that in my regular hook rotation. I was not very pleased with the knitting needles, and I don't want to frustrate myself needlessly. It may have also colored my opinion of the worsted weight yarn too, because I was getting very frustrated with it. And I think a lot of that has to do with the needles, because I'm not displeased with the fabric I made. And and that took almost every ounce of that yarn, or every gram of that yarn. So I'm very pleased with the way the cowl turned out as far as the yarn and the pattern go. But if I were darn good yarn, I would save the money on manufacturing the hook and the needle and add in stitch markers or something like that. So that's just my personal opinion. Let's crack on into the new box. I didn't open this one beforehand. I should have. I got a little distracted. My grandson ate smoked brisket for the first time and ate an entire celery stick for lunch. So I was in the process of giving him his good boy treats. And if he lets me film this video in peace, then he gets to get a little Disney toy if he eats another celery stick. All right, guys. He can hear me in the next room. It's very funny. So we've got, wow. Got the box. I'll have to, in post, see if I... well, that's an interesting box. So I've got a pretty little pair of earrings here. Not what I would have expected from a box like this, but I do like those. Those are very pretty. I would prefer to know that these were stainless steel or allergen-free, hypoallergenic. I would like a little bit more information than fashion jewelry on them, but no, those are very, very cute. I like those a lot. See if I can get the... All right, fine. You know what? I can slide them out and reduce the glare. I don't have a mic on. It shouldn't be that loud. How's that? Yeah, even the natural light is so weird in here. I don't know. This isn't the camera's fault. This is the light in here has been very yellow recently. Very weird. So this lilac yarn is Black and Hue worsted weight silk yarn and Mystic Shadows. It's 50 grams, 80 yards, 4.5 to 5.5 millimeter, 5.5 to 6.5 hook. Still has that smell to it. You know that black picks up a lot more on the camera than it does in real life. That is so funny. There's a little bit more blue to the color. I think my sweater is also making it read a little bit more purple. On this side, you can kind of see what the color is actually. Oh dear. Okay. Don't know what to say to that. So our knitting pattern is a hat. Crochet pattern as another hat. I don't like either pattern. No offense to the designer. Those just aren't my style. So there's hat number 1. That's the knit hat. And hat number 2. That's the crochet hat. I might have to do something different with the yarn. Neither of those hats are really my style, and I don't think that's really the best use of the yarn. We did get a card this time. What exactly makes Darn Good Yarn so special? Co-op Artisans, and they've got a picture of a guy dying. Amanda and Chris, the operations team. So I'll come up with something to do with this. I don't think it's going to be one of the hats that are shown here. I might do another cowl or something. You know, this box is like $10. I've mentioned that before, so I'm not expecting, you know, like the Knit Crate giant hanks of yarn. They're also an eco Pippin, an eco yarn company. So they're a very different premise about their company. So nothing's going to be a giant skein anyway from them. I wouldn't say I'm disappointed. I'm a little confused by the pattern choice. I'm a little confused by some of the yardage per box concepts. But overall, I mean, I like this yarn. I think it's very pretty. I wish the black showed up like it does on video. That is so much subtler. I'll have to see if I can get a still picture and add it maybe at the end or to my written blog post. Say hi, Pippin. We've been fostering a cat for the last 2 days, a itty bitty like 2-week-old kitten, and he's been so sweet. I would have never guessed that he would you'd be cleaning babies and yeah, hopefully he won't pull it down on top of me. But so that is this month's Darn Good Yarn. Like I said, I probably will not be doing those hat patterns. Neither one of those is my style. And I do like the yarn enough that I would like to make something for myself. Hopefully here in the next 2 weeks, because Knit Crate's already sending out spoilers, I'll have something to show for this month. I haven't had much time to even work. Later this afternoon or this evening, I am planning on trying to at least start a podcast video, but we see how well that's gone for the last couple weeks. But this month's Darn Good Yarn was interesting. It's a pretty yarn, so we will see how that goes. So far, I kind of feel on it. I'm not angry about it, but I'm not, oh my goodness. Y'all saw with my Knit Crate unboxing, I was very excited about warm tone gray yarn. And this one I'm kind of, it's pretty. So we'll take it from here. I hope to see you guys either later tonight or tomorrow morning maybe. I am picking up stuff from the fair tomorrow, so I guess any video I get done won't be done until tomorrow because I do want to share some things with y'all about that. So hugs and kisses, and I look forward to seeing you guys soon. Bye!